Yo, what's good? What's going on? It's your boy Lionel, class of 2009, back with another episode of PV versus everybody. And if you haven't seen already, you know we have such a dynamic young man that's going to be jumping on the show with us tonight. If you have not seen already. But before we do that, man, we want to say, hey, listen, if it's your first time here, welcome to PV versus everybody. This is a place where we're not the side dish, the side conversation. We are the main thing, right? And so if you are loving what we've been able to do and build over here, right, come join the community. You can do that easy, man. Just go ahead, subscribe to the channel. We got some great content that's planned out for the year 2024. Got some great things that we're planning out even for the rest of this week. So make sure you lock in with us, right, by subscribing and hitting the notification bell, right, so you can catch us every time we come on live. And so this evening, we got coming up in the Panthers den, you feel me? That bad young man, Mr. Ryan Hall. How you doing, sir? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing, sir?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm excited. I'm super excited to have you on tonight, right? I know PV Nation is super excited. You see, you know what I'm saying, the people jumping on because they jumping on, man, to hear from you. You know what I mean? You know, we love, you know, seeing the student athletes that are pursuing not just athletics, right, but obviously the academic side of things. And so obviously PV, we believe, is such a great place to do that at. And so, man, we're super excited to have you on. Look, I mean, you already swagged out, right? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes,
you know what I'm saying? He got the box in the background. You swagged out already. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I already know. I got to, man. I'm excited to join y'all. I mean, like you said, man, it's more than football, and I love that. That's something that me and my parents we were looking for. And I'm like, man, once we figured it out and we talked to the coaches and we kind of got the vibe that, hey, that they're looking at more than football. They're looking at academics, looking at everything. They're looking at getting all of the degrees. And like, that's what really sold me, because it's that mentality that I really love.
That's awesome, right? That both sides, right? That both sides of the field. And listen, I understand, you know, and I see the fact that that mama is so involved, right? You know, you told me a little bit earlier about her making the boxes for your signing day and stuff with the PVAMU in background. And I know, right? Because listen, I've been there when I'm like, hey, I brought on the grade, it's like that's a little bit lower, you know. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit lower than what it should be. Mama set me down like, hey, you ain't playing the game tonight. I'm like, ooh, these grades got to be on point. You know
yeah.
So I understand, you know, coming from a place where academics is just as important as you being the guy on the field. And so I'm happy that you bring in both. And happy that, the coaches made it clear, right, that that's what we're looking for, right? And that's one thing that Coach Green said when we had our conversation was, we bring people here, we're going to graduate you, right? You're coming here to graduate, right? You're not coming here just to play ball. You also coming to walk across the stage. You said that's something that stuck out. When you was that one of the main highlights of the conversation that you guys had when PV was approaching you and your parents to get you on locked in with us?
Yes, sir. Most definitely, that was a major factor that came in, especially from my mom. She's a teacher, so education it was always, ever since I was little, it always played a major role. And to just growing up, she was like, no matter what happens, no matter where football takes you, no matter what it does for you, that I want to make sure that your education is straight. And your education is going to always be straight, because I'm going to be here to make sure that everything is going to be good. And, when I was younger, I didn't really get it. I was like, man, I just want to go out there and play football. But I'm like, as I got older and as my mom kept reiterating that, and I was like, yo, so I actually need this. I need this education. I need this to make it to the next level. And I need this to just not even for like next level football, just for like next level in life.
Yes.
So when PV came and they told me, they said, hey, we want you to graduate first and foremost. I was like, dang, that's something, because that was the first time I ever heard that from a college in general that was recruited, that didn't even, they rarely talk about. Of course, we had little talks about football, but mostly it was talking about getting me to graduation and getting me on that stage and getting me to cross that stage. And so yeah, it played a really big factor into me making my choice to come to PV.
Man, that's dope. I mean, because it's like you locked in with the family that you're coming into, that you're not even coming just as an individual freshman, right? Just you, and then now you rely on your parents. But now you're already locked in with, now you got a team of accountability around you that's saying you're coming in to graduate. That's first and foremost, right? And so that helps so much to know that, like, man, I got people around me who are going to give me all the resources I need, right? Who's going to put me in the right positions and help me to know that, hey, we're going to do all we can to get you to that point. Like, it's so good. And honestly, it makes me feel good understanding that the coaches, even the program we're putting together, right, is a program that's based on truly student athletes, right? You know what I mean? Because it's all about what you do afterwards, right? At the end of the day, everybody's not going to play football. Nobody's going to play forever, period, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But there's always going to be a life after football. And so we can set all of you guys up, right, to come in, be able to get a free ride, to be able to get that thing that's going to help you in life. Man, listen. That's dope. Yeah, man, it's dope. So I wanted to ask you, man, because you're coming from Morton Ranch, and I'm in that Cinco Ranch area, right? So listen, I understand one of the most competitive, right? When you talk about districts, one of the most competitive districts. What was it like, right? Because we have people that come from all over the places, right? I'm originally from Louisiana. Of course, you got California, you got Ohio, you got Georgia ball, Florida. What was it like playing under the Friday night lights, and especially in such a competitive district, 6A19, right? What was it like playing ball here for Morton Ranch?
Oh gosh, man, I loved it. Just every week was a dogfight. I love those dogfight of the games, man. It just gets me excited. I remember it wasn't this year, but it was last year. I want to say it was like the 7th week, and we were getting ready for like playoffs and stuff, and we didn't know who was gonna go, and we're like, from this week on, we're gonna have to fight every game. Every game we have to fight for our spot. And I love that, because it was like four people gunning for one spot to go into the playoffs. And I love that. I love that competitiveness, and it just really, it energized me. And I love rising to the occasion, and it's like going out there and showing the team, hey man, like, you're not finna hang with us. You can't hang with us. and we finna show you right now, every drive, every time we step on our field, every play, that you're not supposed to be on this field, and we're gonna send you packing.
Woo, I like that, man. I like that. I like the fact that you say, listen, I love a dogfight. And honestly, looking at, checking out, right, you on tape, it seems like that's the type of player you are too, right? Like you don't run from contact, man. It's like you're a guy who you don't go down on the first touch. It's like, man, you got to game tackle this guy. So I can see that mentality even in how you play the game too as well. Where does that mindset come from, right? What could you attribute to say, man, this is the reason why I play the game this way, and I love to be in those games where it's like, listen, this is a tough one. This is the one I want, where every down matters, right? What does that mentality come from?
Man, I'm gonna be honest. I just like that feeling of like every time I step on that field, just imposing my will on my opponents. I love doing that, and like I said, just making it known that they're not supposed to be on the field with us, and making it known that I am better than you.
Yo, that's fine. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, no fine. Listen, I feel. Listen, me and you, we like right here. You feel me? Because that's how I be feeling too. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna let you know, you ain't even supposed to be on the court with me. That just is what it is, right?
Oh, yeah.
Have y'all conversation on the side. Y'all draw your plays up. It don't matter because you just ain't supposed to be on the field with me. And what do you are you a guy who've been familiar with SWAC football? Like, how familiar were you with HBCUs, right? Even before Prairie View came to start recruiting you?
I was pretty familiar with it. I had some family that was in SWAC that went to HBCU schools, and then I would always go to SWAC football games. I know my dad; he would always tell me about Prairie View. I really heard of them. I never really seen them in action, but I've seen some football games for like other SWAC schools, and I'm like, dang, it's pretty nice, and like the whole environment, it was interesting. I was like, man, I'd love to be here.
No, that's dope, man. Yeah, I mean, it's not just the football, but it's also, like you say, it's an environment, right? It's a completely different environment when you step on the field playing SWAC. But hearing you talk, I'm like, bro, it's like you understand the culture of SWAC in the first place, because like the SWAC season is a dogfight, right? You know what I'm saying? Like that's really what it is, right? You know what I'm saying? Every game, every weekend, it's like you're in a fight for your life to come out to be able to make it and win the West or win the East and play in the SWAC championship game. So it's dope to have you coming in already with having that mindset, right? You know what I'm saying? Even coming in your first year. And I want to ask you too, man, because, you are also a first team all district selection. And, it seemed like Morton Ranch was super excited about that, right? Because like you kept that mantle going. You guys had another first team selection running back as well, right? What did it feel like for you to be able to keep that going? And now, hey man, you're part of setting up that legacy at Morton Ranch, where now the next guy coming behind you has that in the front of him to say, hey, I got to keep this going to where, but basically, hey, in the area, they're gonna say Morton Ranch is where we got some of the best running backs coming out. They come from here.
Man, I love that. I love that I was able to do that. I treat everybody, all the other classmen, I treat them like my little brother. I'm like, hey, come to me if you need anything, man. I'm like, I'm gonna be there for you. Come to me if you need help. Come to me if you need some work, man. I'll teach you what you're doing. I'll teach you what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right. I'm like, I'm gonna be hard on you now, but I'm gonna be hard on you because I love you, man. I'm like, I want you to get this right because I ain't gonna be here. Because I'm like, I got this my last year, so y'all gotta ask y'all questions now. But just to give that example for the younger guys at Morton Ranch, I loved it. And like we got and my bad, I just seen my dude Montamian talking about Toe Nation. That was our squad. Man, I just can't. I mean, I just feel good that I was able to leave that legacy and that example for them so they can look up to it and they can hopefully, I want them to do better than me. I want them to do better than me. Yeah. I want them to be better than me. And I want them to take this team to higher places than even I couldn't have taken them.
That's dope,
So
man. And then everything builds on something, right? You know what I'm saying? Those, when you look at, for example, what like North Shore got going or Duncanville, people know these squads, right? Back in the day with South Lake Carroll. It started somewhere though, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, those programs got to that place and people helped build those programs there by the grind that happened from players who may have graduated and never won a championship, but they built the culture that end up bringing championships to that place, right? And so, that reminds me of hearing you talk about that. It's like, hey, man, I wouldn't be surprised, right? A couple years, Morton Ranch is that squad, right? Like, Katie get knocked down, right? You know what I'm saying? And Morton Ranch is them dudes everybody shoot for all the time. But I want to ask you too, man, because I know you come to PV. I know you said academics was a big thing, for you. I mean, what are you looking to major in? You know what I'm saying? Once you get on campus, do you have an idea of what you're looking to get into?
I'm looking in majoring in mechanical engineering. I've always been a kid that always liked to take things apart. I remember I had a little I had like an old like PlayStation 3. I want to say I was around like 7 or 6 at the time, and it didn't work anymore. And I was like, I mean, would my parents be so upset if I just take this apart? Let me figure out how to open this up. Let me just look at it.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, they was a little upset. I made a mess, and I kind of really didn't know how to put it back together. But I just wanted to see how things worked, and once I realized, I was like, yo, I really love this. And then even like in school when I was taking classes like prerequisites to go into engineering, and like even in the automotive class I'm in now, I just love seeing how like certain things work and like sketching it out and like making it work and like seeing it in action. So I really think that engineering is the best fit for me.
That's dope, man. And I mean, I hope Mama Hall, you know what I'm saying? I hope you wasn't too upset, you know what I'm saying? Because years later, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna pay out. What you say she said when she was making the painting? She said,
She like trust the process.
Trust the process. Mama Hall, you gotta trust the process. Trust the process. You know what I'm saying? He tore apart that PlayStation, but the process gonna end in the engineering degree, and your son gonna be good. Listen, you gonna be great. Like he gonna take, because listen, one thing the son's gonna do is take care of their mama. You feel me?
Oh, of course.
Listen, Ryan gonna take care of you. All right, he got you. All right, he got you. You know what I'm saying? I already got the free Skyly to get this engineering degree. Yeah. You know what I mean? So listen, we got. I'm happy you didn't kill him after the PlayStation incident. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, she was close. She was close. She was definitely upset about it.
I know you. Listen, I understand, because I'll be looking like you better be some type of artistic genius after you done throw this PlayStation about you up. Okay, so but listen, you already know, man. PV engineering is the move, man. Listen, you know what I'm saying. Some of my greatest connections coming through PV. Obviously, some engineering majors. You feel me? So that's one of the best. You know what I'm saying? Best places, right? You know what I'm saying? To get an engineering degree is obviously the great and illustrious Prairie View A&M University. So super. She said PlayStation was trash after that. I was hot as fish grease. All right. And what was going inside the grease was about to be Ryan. All right. You know what I'm saying? But hey, listen. The Lord saved him so he could, be a 1,000-yard rusher and get a scholarship to Prairie View. So we good now. So Mama Hall on the same page. Elvin, no, it's not architecture here. You talking about engineering. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You gotta wait your turn. You gotta wait your turn. You feel me? Elvin checking in, man. But so, man, I want to ask you a couple quick fires too, man. You know what I'm saying? Just to get your thought process on a couple things. Like I say, so, PV Nation, to get to know a little bit more about you, right? And your personality, right? That's one thing we want to do this year, especially with this platform. Just really, big up, the students, and the athletes that's coming through PV Nation. And so for you, man, coming through as a running back, like I said, you know your style. Was there a specific running back that you looked at and say, hey, this is the guy that I model my game after?
Growing up, I know this was a little before my time. At first, I know my dad, he introduced me to Earl Campbell. It was this one run I used to watch. I used to watch it before every game when I was playing running back. Is when he would get hit and then he would just keep running through people. And then one time he would get hit and then the jersey would just come off, and then he just took it to the house with no jersey on. And I was like, man, I'm like, that's crazy. And that really motivated me. And then like as I grow, and like as I've been growing up, it was Marshawn Lynch. And I just look at how aggressive he ran. I'm like, man, I love that. I love it. He always ran with so much passion. And like just like he ran with so much passion, energy, and like swagger. And I love that. I'm like, man, I'm like, I like what he does. I'm like, every time I get the ball, I'm gonna try to step the way he stepped, and I'm gonna try to hit holes the way he hit them, and I'm gonna try to do my thing like him. But now I feel like I've grown to more of like almost like a Derrick Henry type play style. You know?
Derrick Henry, listen, that guy's crazy, man. Because I mean, the combination of power and speed, right, is saying so electrifying, right? Listen, those are three powerful names. You know what I'm saying? Those three guys, right, who really them dudes, man. And I'm happy you're on Prairie View's team because listen, I am a New Orleans Saints fan. All right. So when you said Marshawn Lynch, you know what I mean, I kind of a little bit. You know what I mean?
I know that one touched the
So at least I'll be excited, you know what I'm saying, when you break one like that. You know what I mean? I'll be like, okay, I'm happy on here on my squad, okay, because that Marshawn Lynch comparison kind of, you know what I mean, kind of shook me a little bit. Yeah, man, power back for sure. You know what I mean? And that's what this guy's bringing, man. So super dynamic. So I want to ask you, you're an iPhone guy or you're an Android guy?
I'm gonna have to go iPhone. I ain't gonna lie. It's nothing really specific. I just feel like they work better. And then of course I like to FaceTime a lot. And
gotta get the FaceTime.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I can't. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know what I do without FaceTime. Just all that.
Okay, that makes sense. It's okay. Listen, it's okay. You that's only one place you're on the wrong side, so it's okay. You know what I mean? I see we got some Saints fan in the chat. You feel me? Who that? We that? You know what I mean? Who that? We that? And Richard, reminding us, right, that $70 million building that was just built on campus too, as well, right? You know what I'm saying? So again, putting money into all of the programs, right? You know what I'm saying, across the campus, and so definitely, you know what I'm saying, gonna love, what you bring there to the department and to the academic side too. I know you talk about breaking the PlayStation. So now, now you're a little bit older, right? Are you an Xbox guy or you a PlayStation? And what are you playing? Like, what's your go-to game?
I'm definitely a PlayStation guy. Even though I did break it at one time. That's neither here or there. But I definitely have a PlayStation. I got PS5 in my room, and of course the go-to has to be Madden. I love Madden. I just love like almost playing like both sides of the ball. I've done that most of my high school career. So just like doing it, like playing it in a game, and almost like a simulation, like it gives me, it's almost like practice in a way. Like I love reading the coverages, seeing what can be open, and also reading like gaps I can hit, and like just like also like figuring things out, like how to beat the defense. And maybe if I see this in the game, maybe I could try it. I could try it and see how it would turn out for like in real time and in real life,
Okay. So what if you 1 to 10, how you rate yourself as a Madden player?
Oh, definitely 10.
Definitely
10.
Come on, I know. All right, let me give you one more chance because that's kind of you just come out the gates high. I know you're trying to look good with the camera and everything. You know what I'm saying? 1 to 10.
Definitely a 10.
Oh my goodness, he said
definitely a 10. Most definitely a 10.
Hey, Rich said drop that. Listen, we might have to have a live Madden off with you and Rich. Then you know what I'm saying. If you think you're a 10.
Hey, I'm not ducking no smoke.
Listen, the man came in saying, "Listen, I love them games where it's a dogfight, so you know he ain't ducking nothing."
Oh yeah, hey man, that goes for in real life. If I'm playing it, if it's Madden, if it's any video game, I love a dogfight. Keep me on my toes, man. I'll go the whole 4 quarters with you, man.
Okay. Listen, we might have to put something like that together. You know what I'm saying? Because since you talking that talk right now.
Oh yeah, man.
Hey,
I
Richard, don't disappoint us for the alums. You know what I'm saying? It's the alum versus current students. You got to represent for the alums now. Don't be talking about drop your tag and come in here and get dog walked by Ryan and no Madden. Like, we can't have it now.
I was gonna say, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna take it easy on y'all now. I ain't gonna take it easy on y'all now.
All right,
Everybody,
put that down. Somebody put that down. We're gonna have the alum versus current student challenge. You know what I'm saying? Ryan versus Richard up first. You feel me on that Madden? You know what I'm saying? But and Megan, shout outs to you. You know what I'm saying? We're so proud of you, little cuz. You know what I mean? And yes, said Gabe got some big shoes to fill over at Morton Ranch. You know what I mean? So definitely thank y'all for joining too us this evening. So I want to ask you too, what is your pregame routine, or do you have a pregame routine?
You know, I actually just picked up one. I want to say 2 years ago. You know, my mom, here she go again. She helped me out with this. She helped me like be more like in tone with my body and like in tone with myself, like more like spiritually, mentally, and just like physically. You know, I like to, you know, we will always come to the locker room in Legacy or Rhodes. I like to sit there, you know, while everybody's walking the field. I like to, you know, sit there, play me some relaxing music. I like to meditate, get my mind right, and, you know, just feel my body and just be there in the moment and just make sure everything's in tune. I'm feeling right. And then after that, I listen to a lot of old school rap, little R&B, trying to get my mind hyped up already so I can get turned and I can really go out there and give them my best performance and give it all on the field.
That's what's up. So getting yourself, you know, focused, right? You know what I'm saying? Being present in the moment, right? And got some old school jams going through. What's the go-to old school jam? If you had to name one that you gotta play.
I gotta get Wu-Tang and Ghetto Boys.
Wu-Tang and Ghetto, man, this guy's, he's an old soul, y'all. It's an old soul here. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
So I love you.
Hey, listen, your boy say you're not good at Madden.
Bro, he never played me. You've been ducking now. You've been ducking for a minute. You've been ducking since last year.
I'm just the reporter here. You feel me? I'm just the reporter. But your boy, your boy from Tote Nation say you was not that guy at Madden. So we good. Okay. Alum, we good. Richard, we good. Bro, we about to be up 1-0 on this Madden challenge. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Challenge.
Come on, nah.
So Sid asked the question, man. Here he says, you know what I'm saying, what are you doing, right? So hey, you got the spring coming up now. It's the get better season. That's what they call it, right? It's time to get better. So for you, right, coming in, what are you doing right now to prepare yourself for this SWAC that we talk about, right? Because like we say, SWAC, that's that you talk about, you love dog fights. That's what the SWAC is, right? So what's some things that you're doing right now, even through the spring, and you plan to do in the summer to prepare yourself for the SWAC next year?
Oh yeah, I love that question. So ever since the season ended, I've been working out with my trainer. I literally just got switched into the track period this semester because I told my coach, I went up to him, I was like, hey, I want to run track. I want to get faster. I want to better myself. I know you guys may not be lifting, but I still want to run track. I want to get my 40 down. I want to be able to get faster so I can capitalize on a lot of plays that I may have missed last year. And so when I go into the SWAC, I'll be able to dominate. I'll be able to dominate and make these plays more often and capitalize on all those plays.
Gotcha. That makes sense. So really working on right now, mainly focused on working on your speed.
Working on my speed, agility, all that type. Almost like you mentioned earlier, trying to get that combo of speed and power.
Yeah.
And really, so I can be able to capitalize on that when it comes to college ball.
Yeah, that's real. And then another thing, right, is big is, you know, we talk about going to the next level, and every level, right, it's like there's a different level of intensity. Even you talk about going from, you know, studying in high school to study in college. I always tell all my, little kids from my church and stuff like, listen, this is another level when you go to college. You don't even know what it is to study yet, right? College is going to really teach you what it means to study, right? And the same thing we talk about football, well, now you're talking about even film room, right? Studying game tape, right? Is that something that, that you have already been, in on as far as really paying attention and really looking at film, watching film of other teams, of yourself to learn how to get better? Is that something that you guys have already been doing, or is it something that you're looking to, interested in starting as you're coming into PV now?
I've always watched game film. I've always looked at challenging myself in many ways. I remember it's been going on for like 2 years, actually I'm gonna say the whole year I was at high school. Every time the coaches at Morton, they would do a film report check to see how many people been watching film. They rarely did it, and if they did, it would be one time each season. They would always see my name at the top of the list and it was funny because they were laughing at me. They were laughing at me because even some of them would say that I would have more time than them, and I'm like, dang, what y'all doing there? But, hey, I'm like, hey, but I'm like, it's okay though. I got you because I'm seeing it too. But yeah, I love watching film. Any chance I get, I remember doing homework when I'm watching film. If I see something and I'm like, that doesn't look right. I take a quick little break. I pick my phone up, and I'll just rewatch it. I'm see what's going on, where is the weaknesses, and like how can I capitalize this and like transfer it to our scheme and concept. So can't wait.
That's dope, man. You know what I'm saying? That's good. It's definitely good seeing that, a lot of times you got people coming into high school, especially now with the transfer portal, a lot of people are not taking as much shots at high school players, right? You know what I'm saying? A lot of schools are saying, hey, I'm going to only focus on the transfer portal. And I think when you hear why they make that decision, a lot of times it's because they say, man, we don't know the maturity level of those people that's coming in from high school, whereas somebody that comes from a JUCO or comes from another program, right? They have been locked into a program. We see that they can be student athletes, right? They're going to get their work right to be able to be on the field. They're not gonna, just waste away their time and not even be able to play because their grade's not right? They're not gonna not be in the film room, right? And studying and getting better at their craft, right? Or in the weight room, etc. And so one thing I'm loving as, just hearing you talk, man, this evening is, man, you have that level of maturity, to be able to come walk into this program and, hey, man, be able to even contribute day one starting off, right? And that's what I love, right, is that you are coming in that way. Because at the end of the day, if you prepare yourself, you're always going to be ready. You know what I mean? So super dope that, you coming in with that mindset. And I see your grandma's just telling you she love you, proud of you, you know what I'm saying? And I saw some of your family earlier also talking about, can't wait to be able to check you out at the games over here at PV. And listen, to all the family members, to all y'all who are gonna check out Ryan this year, make sure you get your season tickets in section 107, because listen, that's the hype section. You feel me? This year we selling season tickets out section 107. If you're just trying to sit down and not get with it and get rowdy, then you sit wherever you want to sit somewhere else. But you trying to really get it, if you trying to get it right, you need to get your season tickets in section 107. You feel me? Section 107 is where it goes down. So I'm just letting y'all know early, because y'all might be late to the party. Because when the season tickets drop, I don't want y'all to be late and be like, man, I would have got my tickets in 107 if I knew that's what they did. So I'm letting you know right now, you know what I'm saying, in case nobody ain't told you yet. So section 107, make sure y'all get it. Right on the 50. Tell them, Isaiah, we right on the 50 in section 107. Now, your boy came back, said y'all going to run it after this. So, you know what I'm saying? You let me know what happens, you know what I'm saying, after y'all run that. Mr. Reese says, man, who you got winning the Super Bowl this year, man?
Oh man. To be honest, I'm gonna go with an underrated. I'm gonna go with an underrated group. I think first off, I think the Lions and the my bad. I heard my pops in there talking about Chiefs. Hey, we don't want them in there. We don't want them in.
Are you a
But
Kansas City fan?
yeah, he Kansas City fan.
Oh
Man.
no, definitely not. Definitely, the Ravens need to put their work in.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be between the Ravens and the Lions, man. I think they're gonna come up and surprise some people. I think the Lions they're gonna get there, but I don't think they're gonna be able to stop Lamar.
Yeah, I don't know. Some like, man, this feel like this Lamar year. You know what I mean? I just feel like this Lamar year. You know what I'm saying? Coming out with the big paycheck too. You know, they just been rolling. First seed. It's the first year in 5 years the Chiefs haven't hosted the AFC Championship game, right? So I mean, you know, everything is moving in the Ravens' direction. Hopefully they can get it done and get on the hunt. We'll see though, because listen, it's going. One thing I love about playoff football, though, is going to come down to the wire. That Bills game was another great game with the Chiefs. I mean, that was a great game. You know what I mean? So that's going to be dope, man. So last question I got for you, man, before we jump off, unless anybody else had a quick question for you. You know, looking at, hey, this year comes up, man. You know, you come into the game, get some touches, right? Break one, break a tackle, get that first touchdown. My question for you is, what are you doing with that game ball? If you're allowed to keep that game ball, what are you doing with your first touchdown game ball?
Hey, I know that's a good question. I gotta get it framed, man. I gotta get like one of those little cases, or I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep
it framed.
And then when I have my kids, I'm gonna be like, hey, you see that ball right there? I did my thing to get that ball.
I did my thing.
I did my due diligence to get that ball.
I'm like, you don't look like you played no sports. Like, nah, listen, I did my thing in college.
I'll be like, hey, I'll be like, ask about me.
Ask about him, man. Hey, and listen, make sure y'all ask about Ryan, man. It's going down this year. Your mama already said she on Section 107. Listen, that's one less person that can get a seat. So I'm telling y'all, get y'all money together, because when the season tickets drop, they gonna go quick. So if you ain't in Section 107, just go and slide over to 108 or 109. You be close to the action, but you ain't gonna be in the action. I'm just letting you know. All right, I'm just letting you know already. Just slide over, because if you ain't got your funds together when the season tickets drop, they're going to be gone. All right. So I don't know if they're dropping. They might drop February 7th at the National Signing Day event. I don't know. But all I know is get your ducats together. Get them together. All right. So I told you, don't come on my show later talking about, is there more tickets? No, it's gone. Ain't no more tickets in 107. All right. It's gone already. All right. So just letting y'all know. Already, right? Somebody said fathers knows best. No, sometimes your dad doesn't know what he's talking about. And right now, I'm sorry, unfortunately, Mr. Hall is not going to get what he wants, because the Chiefs is not going to the Super Bowl. It's not going to happen. Please don't let them go to the Super Bowl this year. I mean, I actually like Mahomes. I ain't going to lie. But I just want my man Lamar. It's his year. He got to get one. You know what I'm saying?
I've been saying that Bills game, I seen one too many mistakes for them to be able to go to the Super Bowl. So.
Mr. Carey, listen, keep you in Dallas. First of all, I don't even know why you talking about Chiefs right now. I guess you're talking about the you know what I'm saying? You know, the Kansas City Texans or something. I don't know. I'm confused. Like, what we talking about? We're not talking about no Chiefs today. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he said it's gonna go right behind him on his mama bookshelf. Is that a game ball going right on your mama's bookshelf? You know what I'm saying? He's like, that's where it's going. Listen, that's facts though, because all my trophies, my mama had them all in the house. I ain't have none of my trophies. It was all my mama had them all. I ain't get them up until way later in life. Okay, that's when she was like, I don't even want them now. You know what I'm saying? You keep them, but so that makes sense. And Carrie say the bruh's gonna be in 108. All right, well the bruh's be in 108, cool. But everybody, listen, 107 is going down. So Ryan, man, bro, we appreciate you jumping on. You know, again, man, glad to meet you. Excited, hopefully be able to meet your family too as well. You know, super soon. For all y'all who don't know, obviously, remind y'all before we get off, February 7th, we are having the National Signing Day event at the Southside Sporting Club, which is in Stafford, Texas. So make sure you guys show up. Listen, if you're in the Houston area, that's right down the street from you. Make sure you drive over right so you'll be able to speak with the coaches, right? I'm sure AD Golf will be there as well, right? I'm definitely going to be in the place to be, you know what I'm saying? So y'all can holler at me too as well. But yeah, man, let's come and get together, man. I believe the tickets are $30 for that, so you can make sure you lock in so you can be at that National Signing Day. And man, Ryan, anything you want to let the people know before we jump off?
Man, I'm excited to be here and I'm ready to put in work.
Put in that work, man. He ready for. Listen, we got one that's ready for a dogfight, y'all. We got one ready for a dogfight, and so I'm super excited. Make sure y'all are in the place. Obviously, the first game of the season schedule ain't dropped yet, but you already know Texas Southern Labor Day Classic. MPV is it's going down. It's going down. You know, Ryan, we're going for 10 in a row. Listen, this is about to be this is about to be 10 in a row. Like 10 in a row against TSU. That's what we do. We don't lose to TSU. It just don't happen. You feel me? So
oh yeah, trust me. I'm gonna give TSU some work. TSU, I don't like them. I'm gonna say that right now. I don't like them especially. So I'm always gonna play with a couple extra chips on my shoulder with them.
Couple extra of them things, right? So again, man, we appreciate all you guys. Said them Third World Tigers. We appreciate you guys for jumping on, man, to the live PV versus everybody. Again, if you are not subscribed, man, please subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Like the video too, right? That helps so that others who don't even know we here, other people from PV Nation who don't even know we exist yet, can find us. You know what I'm saying? YouTube gonna do its thing and put it in front of them so that way they can come over and hang out with us as well in this community we building. Make sure you jump back on Wednesday, man. We're gonna be talking about the basketball season so far. Review a couple of those games and talk about the upcoming games that we got next weekend. So again, man, just lock in. We got a lot of stuff going. We're gonna have more athletes coming on too as well. Softball season about to start, baseball season about to start too as well. We're in the middle of track season. So listen, we up right now. So again, appreciate y'all. Until next time, y'all know what to do. We'll holler at y'all.